joining me later. I can't wait to see what jokes he has for the pruner. But that goes along with all things gardening that we are doing today. And this, I'm about 5'5", 5'6". Look at how gorgeous this gardenia tree is. And I mentioned this earlier about imagine at your home, imagine maybe one of these on either side of the door, the stunning landscape that would give, the most stunning welcome that would give, not only in its visual, but in its beautiful fragrance. This is a 1piece forever fragrant gardenia tree. We're taking $10 off for this one. Again, if you want this on an apartment balcony, you can still do that. And what I love doing with one of these, with a gardenia, they're beautiful to look at. But when I was talking about that fragrance, is when you get those blooms, is you wanna take just a beautiful bowl in your home, put some water in it, and you're gonna wanna float the blooms. This makes a not only gorgeous centerpiece, but the fragrance and the beautiful aroma that you are gonna get in your home is going to be priceless. These live for years. And this is how it's gonna ship to you. Take a look at this. This is already how it comes shipped. This is what you get to eventually see. $49.95 on a sale price, which will not last for very long. 722888 is your item number. Rochelle, just the smell of a gardenia, it is just so beautiful. And the fact that we get that for years is so worth it.
It is, it is. I have to tell you, when this arrived the other day, I had the boxes, my husband brought them in, they were sitting in the kitchen, all closed up, boxes, cardboard boxes, which by the way is super fun because trees in boxes are just a fun thing. You pull a whole tree out of a box. But I smelled it from the other room before I even walked in the kitchen. And I was wondering, what is going on? What is that awesome smell? Like I couldn't figure it out. And then I realized, oh, that's a gardenia tree in there. And sure enough, not only was there was one single bloom and it had fallen off in the shipping. It was in the bottom of the box. It wasn't even on the tree. And it literally smelled up my whole kitchen and the next room while being inside a cardboard box. That's how strong these smell. That's how amazing they are. They're this sweet, just perfume. They're used in perfumes around the world. They're prized for their perfume. So if you've grown gardenias, you know how amazing they are. This is the Aimee variety too, which by the way, is really special because one, we've pruned it into the tree, but two, the blooms are about double the size of normal gardenia blooms. Normal gardenia blooms are about 1.5 inches or so. These are more like 2 to 3 inches. So you're getting it. And by the way, mine is just covered with blooms right out of the box. I've got these big chunky fat buds. Like, I don't know if you could see that, but they're all over. This thing is going to erupt shortly after it arrives in your house. If you live up north, you do need to bring this in as a house plant in the winter. It will be dormant in the winter. And by dormant, I don't mean that it's going to look ugly or anything. It's just going to be a green tree, which is fantastic, actually. These are so beautiful as a decorative item. They'll come packaged like this. I would get it into a bigger pot right away. This is a 16-inch pot. Just take it out of its plastic and pull it out of the pot it's coming in. See, right like that, it just comes right out, and plant it into something bigger. That will make your life easier. It'll keep the plant happy. It likes a lot of water. It's a big feeder because it's throwing out all these blooms all the time. So make it easy on yourself. Get a 16-inch pot, put it in that. If you're up north like me, bring it in as a house plant. It makes a gorgeous, gorgeous feature in your living room. I have not a half a dozen. Well, between that and the hibiscus tree, I have a half a dozen of them in my living room. They're just beautiful. They're beautiful house plants as well.
Look at that.
But if you down in Florida, you probably leave yours outside all winter, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
gardenias love Florida and they love the South. If it's just a place where if you get frost, they are not going to be happy with the frost. They'll only take a little bit of cold. So bring it in before it frosts. Treat it like a houseplant in the winter. But I mean, I'm talking a gorgeous houseplant. Like I would buy this at the home store, like fake. And it's not even like a real tree. This is a real tree with a huge, huge, beautiful head of foliage. I can hardly fit it on the screen here. And full of buds. It is a stunning, stunning plant. And it really is about the perfumed smell. I mean, I keep saying this, but people do put it in their wedding bouquets for a reason, because it smells amazing. They have these beautiful white, they're like velvet kind of blooms that, or almost, or maybe porcelain. I mean, they're really unique bloom. They look beautiful like you've got them there floated in a bowl. They're like a neat, natural potpourri. You just takes like one or two, float it in a bowl and spread them around your house. Your whole house, it's better than burning a candle because your whole house will, you know, have that same candle, beautiful, expensive candle smell, but it's just coming from these simple, beautiful white flowers that, you know, just one is all it takes. Your whole patio, your whole house will be completely fragranced. And in the most beautiful way.
Rochelle, you know, you were talking about, you're right, you know, I'm with Aimee Morris on Beauty Report. I co-host with her, and we constantly talk about fragrances that have a note of gardenia. We talk about lotions that have a note of gardenia. We talk about, you know, shower gel. I mean, we talk about all of these things, and gardenia is always one of those middle notes, one of those top notes that are in some of the most luxurious, you know, perfumes and lotions and things that we want, and that smell. This is fresh for years at your home. Whether you make it into a centerpiece and you have it in your kitchen or in your dining room table or in your living room, that will still give off that luxurious, beautiful gardenia fragrance. So I want to remind you, for 5 flexible payments for under $10 a month, we will ship this to you for free when you make your very first payment. And this is how it arrives at your home. This is exactly what, as Rochelle was showing you, right? You pull it out. Yep, this is what it looks like. And then you just decide. I love that Rochelle, we were showing it indoors, we're showing it outdoors. And I would put this on, you know, flex payments and get 2 and put 1 on either side of your door. Because if that isn't a welcome, if that is not just a, you know, a high-end, beautiful look for your home. Sometimes you're like, do I need to paint the whole house? Do I, you know, I want some little curb appeal. I want some happiness outside. Do that. Just do 1 on either side of frame your door. And when you walk in every day, you're gonna be greeted with that gorgeous scent. So I want to remind you that this is on a sale price, which means it's a limited time opportunity for that as well. These are shipped for free from Leaf and Petal. Once you get these, the item number is 722888. So you go to hsn.com, you use your app, and that's how you're going to be able to start the process of getting this shipped out to you. Rochelle, I've had a wonderful time this morning with you. You really put together an amazing show for us today with some great opportunities and gorgeous, gorgeous pieces. So I want to thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, this was super fun. I'm excited we could do this on a nice Sunday morning. I love I'm going to go out in the garden right now and plant some things.
I'm super jealous. I'm super jealous. Thank you again. And can I really quick mention these? Yes. Okay, because we were talking, Rochelle said take these out and put these into a pot. I want to give you the pot. Here we go. I've got a 3-piece